Will everyone please rise for the invocation by the Reverend Dr. Bruce Chilton, class of 1971, chaplain of the college, and the Bernard Iddings Bell Professor of Religion.
The Lord be with you. Pray, Divine Spirit, to settle our minds, open our hearts, strengthen resolve, that justice will roll down like waters, equality like an ever-guiding stream, to teach us that each of us is divine, and that our connections are deeper than fear, stronger than death, eternal in their joy. Amen.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, as chair of Bard's Board of Trustees, it falls to me to welcome you to the 154th Commencement exercises of Bard College. This is an extraordinary institution. We have done astonishing things. At yesterday's Board of Trustees meeting, the President assured the trustees of his commitment to the college, and the trustees assured the President of our commitment to his vision. And what is that vision that makes this college so great? It is a vision that includes intentional innovation. We are not afraid of failure. We are not afraid of creative risk-taking. We're innovative. We've created a unique atmosphere here. We encourage the free exchange of ideas. We encourage free inquiry. And we intend to be disruptive. In the commercial world, companies that are disruptive are viewed as excellent companies. In the world of education, we are the most disruptive force on the planet right now. We intend to remain that way. We intend to continue disrupting education with our innovative initiatives. Whether we can afford this remains to be seen, but we intend to keep trying. And the man who has created this vision is our great President, Leon Botstein. And now it's my privilege to welcome him to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, first let me congratulate the class of 2014. And I want to welcome all their friends and families and whoever else may have wandered in here this afternoon. So I just want to warn you that this is a long afternoon, and many of you have only one primary interest, which is the one graduate you're concerned about. So I would ask you to honor your neighbor's contrary interest to another graduate, and to try to keep as much decorum and quiet, and so that each individual, especially when the degrees are given, has his or her moment in the proverbial sun. This happens only once, unlike marriage. And you can only graduate from college once, and you can only get a PhD once, and you can get probably more than one master's degree. That probably is true. But it's a wonderful day, and a wonderful day for the graduates and for their families. Our speaker is an unusual choice this day and age because politicians are not held in high esteem. Our speaker today is, in my judgment, the exception. She has managed to balance principle with compromise. She has the distinction of being the first woman Speaker of the House in the history of this country. And although politics was in her family, her father was mayor of Baltimore and her brother, her career was made in San Francisco, not in Baltimore, where nobody knew her name. She did it on merit and on courage. People always ask, do colleges have political views? And the correct answer is no. However, that is a disingenuous claim. Because if you think, what is a university or college all about? It certainly is about education. This little red symbol you'll see on many of the graduates is a reminder of the unconscionable level of student debt in this country. Why do we have a country that does not support education when in fact education returns dividends to the country economically and socially? Universities are about tolerance, about respecting minorities. Universities are inevitably in favor of immigration. Universities are inevitable in favor of social justice and equity. Perhaps the most distinguished trustee in the history of Bard College was our neighbor, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. In 1941, he gave a famous speech, and he spoke of the four freedoms: the freedom of speech, the freedom of worship, the freedom from want, and the freedom from fear. Our speaker represents our best hope to achieve the four freedoms. Please join me in welcoming Nancy Pelosi.
Get this right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, President Botstein, for your very kind and generous words of introduction. More importantly, thank you for being such a strong, creative force and such a bold leader in the field of higher education. Let us salute our great president. Sometimes it seems as if he is spreading the word of Bard College everywhere. On recent occasion, I saw him in Budapest where he was conducting a symphony and bragging about Bard. And what he loves best, of course, is teaching classes on campus. That tells you something. Mr. President, your accessibility to students, your vision and values helped build Bard College into this very extraordinary institution. Over the past almost 40 years, 39 years, imagine that, a baby when he started. And you do all of this with a sense of humor. As everyone knows, I've seen you on the Colbert Report. Not once, but twice. That's quite a feat. I join you in saluting the parents, grandparents, families, and friends of the graduates. Your love and your support, your hard work and sacrifice help make this day possible for our graduates. Let us all cheer our family and friends who made it possible. You can give them a standing ovation. Very kind. from one generation to the next. To the graduates, this is your day, your achievement, your success. Congratulations to Bard College class of 2014. It is a distinct privilege to join you today as a fellow graduate with my honorary degree, though luckily for me, no one asked me to turn in a senior thesis or project before I could get this degree. To Chairman Charles Stevenson, to my friend Trustee Sally Hambrecht, to my faculty sponsor, whom you'll be hearing from, Mark, and to the students, faculty, and staff of Bard College, thank you for the Honorary Doctorate of Laws. I am especially honored to receive it along with such distinguished honorees: Ann Bogard, Jacob Neusner, Jacqueline Novogratz, Henry Rozovsky, and Darren Walker. I say that because it is so meaningful to me to be identified with them, to be identified with these leaders of the arts, of education, of faith, and philanthropy, and we'll be hearing more about them soon. Standing on this campus, surrounded by the beauty of the Hudson Valley and your Performing Arts Center, wow, seeing you, the students, the creative forces behind this college, I am reminded of the words of the poet Shelley. He once said, "The greatest instrument for moral good is imagination." When Shelley said this, he could have been speaking of the students and graduates and faculty and leadership of Bard College, where imagination is cultivated and encouraged. Bard has provided you with a place to think. Bard has offered you a place to learn, to explore, to imagine. Imagination inspires creativity, we know that. Imagination enables empathy, to put ourselves in someone else's place, to understand, to solve problems. Indeed, imagination is at the heart of Bard College. Your initiatives are well known when it comes to education. Among other things, you have used your imagination to address pressing challenges with a network of early colleges to ensure that underserved high school students can seek and find a path to success. You have applied your imagination around the world, building partnerships and investing in resources on campuses from Berlin to St. Petersburg to the Middle East, and I hear soon in my hometown of Baltimore. You have directed your imagination to improving public policy and people's lives, most notably with the Bard Prison Initiative, once a senior project, now a model recognized by Governor Cuomo for educating incarcerated youth statewide. I learned just recently more about that from Sarah Botstein, and also had the pleasure to meet Erica Mateo, an alum of the Bard Prison Initiative. She has taken her Bard education, her second chance, to give back to her community in Brooklyn. You are all representatives of that great tradition, where you use imagination to ensure that Bard will always stand as a small school with a great impact. At this time in our nation's history, your imagination, your values give me hope, because today our country has some important choices to make. In his study of civilizations, the great British historian Arnold Toynbee found that over time, societies faced challenges that will look familiar to you as I describe them. He wrote that at the beginning of a hopeful country, the political leadership formed a creative minority that inspired and enabled the flowering of civilization for people to flourish. He also wrote that in some nations, leaders became a dominant minority of exploiters focused on their own wealth and power. Toynbee suggests that these competing mindsets and motivations create schisms in the body social, and schisms of the soul of the body politic. Toynbee clearly recognized that the fate of each civilization is determined by its response to that challenge. Doesn't it sound familiar? And now, as in centuries past, overcoming the challenges society faces depends on imagination. Imagination is required to address growing income disparity, to close the opportunity gap, to build an economy that works for everyone, not just the wealthy. As Aristotle once wrote, it is manifest that the best political community is formed by citizens of the middle class, in which the middle class is large and stronger than all other classes. In the United States, the middle class is the backbone of our democracy. So let's build ladders of opportunity for anyone willing to work hard, to take responsibility, play by the rules, to achieve the American dream and strengthen the middle class. Thank you, students of Bard College, for imagining a fairer economic future and for acting in your own backyard to secure equal pay and benefits for Bard staff members and ground workers. To do more, we must unleash the power of women in our economy. Because, as President Obama has said, when women succeed, America succeeds. Another boost to our economy and our country is the invigoration and the imagination of newcomers to America. So let's embrace that tradition, that essential character of our country, by passing comprehensive immigration reform. To make real progress, to restore confidence in our political system, we must reduce the role of money and increase the level of civility in our politics. Only then, if we do that, I guarantee you, we will elect more women, more minorities, more young people, more LGBT community members to public office, and America will be the better for it. That change will enable us to do things faster and better. That change will enable us to protect the American people by passing gun safety laws and doing it soon. Thank you, Pia, for your work. This is especially necessary as we confront the climate crisis. We're faced with cynics who deny science and reject the evidence of climate change. But the facts are clear and indisputable. Again, thank you, Bard students, for your leadership, for your initiatives to protect the planet. You have imagined and implemented solutions to preserve our planet with an office dedicated to sustainability and energy efficiency, with solar power, with compost efforts initiated by students for students. We must keep America, thank you for doing that. We must keep America #1 in new green technologies and research. We must embrace science. For that, when we embrace science, we will be able to preserve God's creation, our planet. Imagination is not only central to finding solutions, as we all know, it is central to creativity and the arts. And of course, Bart is on the forefront of all of this. President Kennedy, because he was the president when I was in college, so once told us that the life of the arts is very close to the center of a nation's purpose. Bart is well recognized as a leader in the arts. Thank you for ensuring that the arts remain at the center of our nation's purpose. Your values and innovation, imagination, and creativity, these are the qualities you brought to Bard as freshmen that grew stronger with every year here. Thank you, Bard graduates, for being an inspiration, for giving us hope. I have faith in the future because of you. As you leave today as Bard graduates, be confident in the knowledge that Bard has empowered you to use your imagination for the sake of progress and justice as an instrument for moral good. You may not know what opportunities await you, but when those opportunities present themselves, be ready. When I left college, I was idealistic, but I could never have imagined that one day I would go from the kitchen to the Congress, from homemaker to House Speaker. But I was ready. My wish for you today is that you know your power to imagine, to inspire, to shape the future with your ideals, your optimism, and very importantly, your courage. And it is my wish that in doing so, you enjoy every minute of it. As we mark Memorial Day weekend, let us remember our men and women in uniform, and let us build a future worthy of their sacrifice. I am honored to be part of the Bard College class of 2014 with my honorary degree. I am proud to join you in saying, we are all Bardians. Congratulations to you, your families, to Bard College. Enjoy this day. May God bless all of you. May God bless America. Thank you for allowing me to be part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Nancy Pelosi. In your red book, you will see that there are a variety of awards. The book contains not only the awards that were given last evening, the Bard Medal to Tony and Martin Sosnoff, the John Samuel Bard Award in Medicine Science to Catherine Stein of Class 66, the Charles Flint Kellogg Award to Amy Silman, the John Dewey Award to Alex Papahalis, the Mary McCarthy Award to Sharon Olds, and perhaps most poignantly for us, 3 Bardian Awards, which are awards to 3 members of the faculty who are retiring. And I want to take a special moment here to recognize the service of Nancy Leonard, Bill Maple, and Joan Ritalik. The heart of an institution is its faculty, and every student here knows that the heart of the Bard education is the quality of teaching. And these 3 individuals are exemplars of that tradition. I also want to announce that Representative Sean Maloney will receive the John Dewey Award at our next commencement, which is at the Woodburn Correctional Facility next month. We now turn to the conferring of honorary degrees, and it is my pleasure to invite Sally Hambrecht, trustee of the college, and Mark Lytle, the Lyford Patterson Edwards and Helen Gray Edwards Professor of History, who will present Nancy Pelosi for the honorary degree.
President Bodstein, I have the honor of presenting Nancy Pelosi as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
We honor you, Nancy Pelosi, for your steadfast defense of social justice. Since entering Congress in 1987, you have been fearless in fighting for civil liberties, income equality, gun control, and the environment. In our era of daunting inequality, you use politics to help those who are powerless. As the first female Speaker of the House, you chartered a path for future generations of women. You helped put a national health care program in place, a goal that eluded Democratic presidents since World War II. You do honor to the four freedoms, the vision of America put forward by perhaps the most distinguished trustee in Bard College's history, Franklin D. Roosevelt.
For those of you who are first-time visitors, the degrees are in Latin, and therefore the citation is in Latin. Auctoritate mihi commissa, te ad gradum et legibus doctoris admitto, omniaque jura a privilegia, ad un gradum pertinentia tibi concedo, et testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. I now call to the podium Elizabeth Eli, class of 1965, Secretary and Life Trustee of the College, and Maria Q. Simpson, Professor of Dance.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Ann D. Bogart, class of 1974, as a candidate for the alumni honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts.
We honor you, Ann D. Bogart, for cutting your own path as an artist with uncommon brilliance. For you, theater has been a vehicle of inspired experimentation. Your improvisational, ensemble-built method combined with physical training methods is widespread use in theater programs throughout the United States. Your books have become essential tools in the training of young actors. Your city company is in the vanguard of the theatrical movement and pedagogy. Bard College recognizes you as an alumna who has made an indelible mark on our cultural landscape.
Auctoritate mihi commissa, te ad gradum in artibus elegantoribus doctoris admitto, omniaque jura ac privilegia ad un gradum pertinenda tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. I now call on David E. Schwab, the second class of 1952, Chair Emeritus and Trustee of the College, and Bruce Chilton, class of 1971, Chaplain of the College, and Bernard Ittingsbell, Professor of Religion, who will present Jacob Neusner for the honorary degree.
We honor you, Jacob Neusner, for revolutionizing scholarship in the field of Judaism and transforming our understanding of religion. Your governing insight that religions must be studied as systems of human meaning, of human ethics and reason, and of ritual, has influenced and benefited countless scholars and generations of students. Your legendary independence and intellectual courage in contradicting conventional wisdom, both traditionalist and liberal, within Christian and Jewish circles, have lent your work uncommon originality and power. You have been an inspiring mentor to generations of students. Contrary to all expectations, your astounding productivity and daunting candor are what make you a great teacher. Bard College is proud to count you one of the nation's preeminent scholars, as one of our own.
Auctoritate mi commisse, ter gradum in litteris humanivoribus doctoris admitto, omniaque jura ac privilegia ad gradum pertinenta tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. I now call to the podium Charles S. Johnson, III, class of 1970, and trustee of the college, and Eben Goodstein, the director of the Center for Environmental Policy.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Jacqueline Novogratz as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
We honor you, Jacqueline Novogratz, for your vital work in helping to secure such basic human rights as food, housing, medical care, and clothing for hundreds of millions of people throughout the world. You've witnessed war, starvation, and poverty firsthand. You've responded by creating Acumen Fund, a not-for-profit organization that empowers visionary entrepreneurs to create tens of thousands of jobs. You have put your ideas into practice, and by so doing, you have rekindled hope where little hope was to be found, and in the process, changed the world's response to poverty.
Auctoritate mi commissa, ter gradum litteris, humanivoribus doctoris admitto, omniaque jura ac privilegia ad gradum pertinenta tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. I now call on Roland Augustine, trustee of the college, and Robert J. Culp, associate professor of history, who will present Henry Rosofsky for the honorary degree.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Henry Rosofsky as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
We honor you, Henry Rosofsky, for your career as a path-breaking economic historian and a wise and distinguished administrator. You've been an outstanding champion of the arts and sciences and the very institution of the university and the life of the mind. Two accomplishments stand out: your role in demystifying Japan's high-speed growth in the 20th century, and your defense of high standards and ideals for American higher education. In your tenure as Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences at Harvard, you showed nearly unique qualities of leadership: the courage to speak plainly, the will to defend unpopular views, and a commitment to the values and practices of liberal learning.
Auctoritate mi commissa ter gradum in litteris humanivoribus doctoris admitto, omniaque jura ac privilegia ad gradum pertinenta tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. And finally, I call on Emily H. Fisher, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, Trustee of the College, and Max Kenner, Class of 2001, and the founder of the Bard Prison Initiative, who will present Darren Walker for the honorary degree.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Darren Walker as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
We honor you, Darren Walker, for fighting to eliminate poverty and for struggling while poverty persists to blunt its disfiguring impact. Your achievement has been to create opportunity for the disadvantaged and underserved. This commitment mirrors your own life. Your enrollment in one of the country's first Head Start programs taught you that intervention by the public and private sector does make a difference. After a brilliant career in college and law school, you joined ADC, a Harlem-based community organization. You helped redefine and expand Harlem's investment potential. At the Rockefeller Foundation, before you moved to the Ford Foundation, your work in community development took on a global dimension. There is no better argument for defying the barriers of race and class and investing in human capital than the example you have set.
Auctoritate mihi commissa, te ad gradum in litteris humanivorbus doctoris admitto, omniaque jura ac privega hadum gradum pertinente tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. As the Latin text indicates, this college has an ecclesiastical origin in the Episcopal Church, and therefore, right before the granting of degrees, the president, who was at one time a priest, which I assure you I am not, was given the right and the obligation to give a final sermon. This tradition, I'm pleased to say, continues, allowing me to have the last word. This coming August marks the 100th anniversary of the outbreak of World War I. The Great War, or the War to End All Wars, as it became known, brought the long 19th century to its tragic close and ushered in a sensibility of a new era, the need for a break with history, and urgent faith in utopian possibilities, and dreams of world peace. The senseless carnage that took the lives of more than 9 million soldiers fueled a desperate desire to remake the world. Yet the brutality of the war and the resentments it unleashed, mostly in the form of nationalism, signaled a different break with the past, one that inspired nostalgia and merited regret. For most of the 19th century, the idea of progress held sway with more than passing plausibility. Enthusiasm for the startling changes brought about by science and technology, from the railroad to the automobile, mirrors our own conceits about the power of technology, computation, the internet, biotechnology. The 19th century also saw slavery and serfdom come to an end. Philosophic skepticism and the flirtation with nihilism aside, there was widespread confidence in the Western world that the spread of literacy, education, and the raising of material standards of life would all lead to a sane and better world, one governed by reason. The political shape such a world governed by reason would take was the devolution of political power to the people. The rule of the few, monarchs and aristocrats, would be replaced by the rule of all, the transformation of subjects into citizens, through the spread of liberty and democracy. Progress would lead to a world in which people governed themselves, not by force, but by the open contest of ideas in a public realm in which rational argument and the rules of evidence, freed from sectarian superstition, would guide individuals to a voluntary embrace of the rule of law. World War I was so shocking because it stripped off the mask of reason and civility from the face of the industrial powers of the West that had once symbolized progress. Looking back, the century that has passed since 1914 has hardly left its own encouraging legacy. Consider what followed World War I. The success of fascism, Stalin, remember Auschwitz and Hiroshima. Brief intervals of euphoric optimism during the 1960s, and most recently the 1990s, immediately following the fall of the Soviet Empire, have been followed by a return to darkness and cruelty, leaving us with a legitimate sense of despair. Indeed, it will come as no surprise that the members of the class of 2014 are too sophisticated to absorb the noble rhetoric of hope and possibility that routinely grace and define these august ceremonies. What, after all, is going on out there beyond the protected space of this beautiful campus? The destruction of the environment, a staggering inequality of wealth in which in one generation, more than one in a few individuals have accumulated more capital than Harvard, Yale, and Stanford. The revival of xenophobia and a nasty nationalism, gun violence, school shootings, a democracy in which a massive single corporation is disingenuously construed as just another lone individual. Enthusiasm for punitive incarceration and the death penalty, despite their evident cruelty. Our world is one in which facts do not matter, and absolute convictions dominate, where there is insufficient support for what only the public sector can provide in education and health. The paralysis in politics is dwarfed by our penchant for hiding behind the principled justification of our beliefs through a religious appeal to divine truth. This all brings any hope of debate and dialogue and the process of compromise to an end. The idea of human progress, of the power of reason, of the possibilities of politics and a public sphere, a century after the 19th century came to an end, seemed little more than blind hope. To the members of the class of 2014, this candid and intentionally dispiriting account of the world you are about to enter should not, however, erase the possibility of an exception and the idea of new beginnings. Perhaps the source of hope is not global, but exists in the modest frame of what each of us can do in the short but powerful time of our own lives. Pessimism and cynicism seem perfectly justified. They're sophisticated, they're rational, but they are in the end merely the face of cowardice. Optimism may be the religion of fools, but it defines human wisdom. One reason for optimism and hope is actually this very place that you are leaving today, your alma mater. We, the faculty and staff who wish each and every one of you well, lead our lives in an effort to preserve and nurture the best in human nature. We cherish the life of the mind, the pursuit of inquiry, the making of art, the scholarly investigation of the arcane, the irrelevant, and the arbitrary. Look at the list of senior projects. We ensure for this community freedom of thought and speech and place the instruments of violence at our door. But we do not turn our backs on the public sphere. We strive to extend to others the virtues of this institution, a community informed by an enthusiasm for liberty, a belief in freedom and responsibility shaped by education and the love of excellence, into inner cities, to prisons, to the West Bank, to Putin's Russia, and to Central Asia. And we celebrate the world of the imagination and the arts and the humanities, those seemingly useless endeavors in open defiance of conventional wisdom, where value is defined exclusively by property, by greed, and by comfort. So you are graduating and entering the wider world having encountered a way of life and values that flourish here, albeit as an oasis against the common grain. We hope that each of you carries the spirit and purpose of Bard with you into your lives and seeks to inscribe its values, the love of learning, the sanctity of the individual, the subordination of violence to discourse and debate, the preservation and extension of tradition and memory, informed by empathy for those who seem different from ourselves, into your daily life. Each of you will find some way to plant a seed of civility, beauty, and justice. And when you do, remember Bard and help ensure that it can do for future generations what it has done for you. On behalf of all those who work at this college all over the world, we congratulate each of you today on your accomplishment and on your aspirations. Congratulations. We now turn to the main event, which is the granting of degrees. I would like to recognize Norton Batkin, Vice President of the College, Dean of Graduate Studies, and Professor of Philosophy and Art History, who will start the granting of the graduate degrees.
I'd like to note that before we begin the presentation of candidates for graduate degrees, please notice that in the interest of time, we will not be reading the names of those candidates unable to join us today. However, all candidates are listed in the program in recognition of their accomplishment. President Botstein, I have the honor of introducing Susan Weber, Director of the Bard Graduate Center, Decorative Arts, Design History, Material Culture, and the Iris Horowitz Professor in the History of the Decorative Arts, who will present the candidates for the graduate degrees in Decorative Arts, Design History, Material Culture.
President Botstein, trustees, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Decorative Arts, Design History, Material Culture. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Donna Billick, Eleanor Sarah Dew, Ellen Cohn Fisher passed away this winter. Her diploma and hood will be accepted by her niece, Pamela S. Carlin, Deputy Assistant Attorney General in the U.S. Department of Justice and Professor of Law at Stanford Law School. And Sarah A. Lichtman. It is also my, you're going to read them?
I have to do this,
okay.
The Latin benediction here.
All right.
So to the PhD candidates, I say the following. Tortate mi commissa, te ad gradum, philosophiae doctoris in artibus decorantibus, historia decoris cultura materiali, admito, omniaque jura a privilegia ad un gradum pertineta tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solentrado. Congratulations to you all.
Now, it is also my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Philosophy in Decorative Arts, Design History, Material Culture. This candidate has completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Shannon Bell Price. And lastly, I am pleased to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Arts in Decorative Arts, Design History, Material Culture. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Alessandra Beldenebra. Antonio Behan. Tenon June Bell. Corinne Melissa Brandt. Kelsey Patricia Brow. Erin Fabian. Maeve Madeline Hogan. Laura Kelly Bowditch. Hannah Huerta Kinney. Jennifer Ashley Levy. Sophia Consuelo Lufkin. Antonio Sanchez Gomez. And Virginia Spoford.
President Botstein, I have the honor of introducing Arthur Gibbons, Director of the Milton Avery Graduate School of the Arts and Professor of Sculpture, who will present candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts.
President Botstein, trustees, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Fine Arts. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Grayson Hong. James David Johnson, Jr. Lena Marika Pabash.
President Botstein, I have the honor of introducing Nayland Blake, class of 1982, and chair of the International Center of Photography Bard Program in Advanced Photographic Studies, who will present candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts.
President Botstein, trustees, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Fine Arts. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Catherine Denise Aki. Laura Alejandra Gonzalez Garcia. Katia Maria Gumpert. Javier Alfredo Lujan. Emilia Lundstrom. Carolina Isabel Mendez Marti. Juana Francisca Romero Caro. Aileen Skurovich Bialik. Corey Allen Trolio. Kim Wadella Weston.
President Botstein, I have the honor of introducing Eben Goodstein, Director of the Bard Center for Environmental Policy, who will present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Environmental Policy and Master of Science in Climate Science and Policy.
President Botstein, trustees, faculties, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Masters of Science in Environmental Policy. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Daniel Bissett. Alicia Caruso. Dunya Dreamak. Jada Durmaz Dogan. Lauren Frisch. Lauren Allison Hubble. Lauren LaFleur. Danny Lappin. Gregory McAuliffe. Brady James McGovern McCartney. Megan Joan McClellan. Serena McIntosh. Kyle William Rora. Justine Schwartz. Brian Curtis Shattuck Sewell. Serafina Tazan Zaringo. It is also my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Masters of Climate Science and Policy. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Tomas Alarcon Aguilar. Sarah Elizabeth Denovi. Jada Faha Garofalo. Craig Kevin Johnson. Vikash Shyamsundar Mohanka. Elizabeth Murphy. Oliver Peckham. Jeremiah Paul Preston Wolf.
President Botstein, I have the honor of introducing Paul O'Neill, Director of the Graduate Program at the Center for Curatorial Studies and Art and Contemporary Culture, who will present the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Curatorial Studies.
President Botstein, trustees, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Arts in Curatorial Studies. These candidates have completed all the requirements necessary for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Carla Acevedo Yates. Lindsay Berfond. Sabrina Blackman. Tiago Pereira Carpetosa. Naringa Shernashaika. Milena Dam. Jocelyn Edens. Andrew Walter Cashel. Clara Lopez Menendez. Chloe Perron. Nicola Ricciardi. Francisco Javier Sanchez Martinez.
President Botstein, I have the honor of introducing Derek Furr, Director of the Master of Arts in Teaching program in Annandale, who will present the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching.
President Botstein, trustees, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Jeremy Arnstein. Molly Auerbach. Lynette Aviles. Joanna Ariel-Beeler. Aaron Campbell. Max William Cecil. Alexander Frank. Marie Elizabeth Garza. Yulia Gerkina. Brandon Grossman. Jacob Hill. Christopher Benjamin Johnson. John Thomas Kleba. Linnea Lamont. Louisa Sinwa Lee. Elizabeth McPherson. Peter Musty. Caitlin Shotman. And Latiqua Laquana Williams.
President Botstein, I have the honor of introducing Dawn Upshaw, Artistic Director of the Graduate Vocal Arts Program at the Bard College Conservatory of Music, and the Charles Franklin Kellogg and Grace E. Ramsey Kellogg, Professor of the Arts and Humanities, who will present the candidates for the degree of Master of Music and Vocal Arts.
President Botstein, trustees, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Music in Vocal Arts. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Angela Aida Carducci. Elizabeth Cohen. And Devaney Smith.
President Botstein, I have the honor of introducing James Bagwell, co-director of the Graduate Conducting Program at the Bard College Conservatory of Music and professor of music, who will present the candidates for the degree of Master of Music in Conducting.
President Botstein, trustees, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Music in Conducting. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Kenneth Griffith. Hannah Rose Romer. Matthew Wolliver.
President Botstein, I have the honor of again calling upon Eben Goodstein, Director of the Bard Center for Environmental Policy, who will present the first class of candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration in Sustainability.
President Botstein, trustees, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degree of Master of Business Administration in Sustainability. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Marin Demise. Ariel Blake Kalishman-Walsh. Stephen Aaron Lichten. Gabriel Marks Mulcahy. Brady James McGovern McCartney. Elizabeth Murphy. Claire Payton. Robert Michael Ranzik. Patricia Ann Rock. Megan Ryan. Min Zhang.
Will all the candidates for master's degrees please stand? Auctoritate mi commissa, vos ad gradus magistri philosophiae artium. Admito, omniaque iurac privilegia hat vos gradum pertinente vobis concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma vobis solemniter trado. Congratulations to you all. You may be seated. It is now that this little red book comes in handy. As we turn to the largest and central event, which is the awarding of degrees to the graduates of the college, you can look in alphabetical order to every graduate. Each graduate has a senior project, and with that senior project is an advisor. First, I want to acknowledge the service of all the faculty at Bard to the senior class. This list of senior projects is tantalizing reading. It shows the level of aspiration and curiosity of our senior class, and I want to compliment this class for its accomplishments. So now I call, with great gratitude, our Dean, Michelle Dominy, the Dean of the College and Professor of Anthropology, who will present the undergraduate degrees.
President Botstein, trustees, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the following members of the class of 2014 for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science. These candidates have completed all the requirements for this degree as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. Martin Abby Schneider. Tina Michelle Acevedo, in absentia. Gabriel Meadows Adels. Yasaman Arari. Alexander Joshua Alexeyan. Sarah Ann Alpert. Diego Alvarez Parra. Charlotte Woolworth Ames. William Maxwell Anderson. Cosette Andujar. Justice Morel Apple. Zoe Claire Azulay. Christina Marie Ball. Tedros Adisalam Balima. Siddhartha Baral. Jesse Alexander Barlow. Christina Taggart Baron. J. Benjamin Barrett. Durante Demetrius Berenger. Silas Giovanni Franklin Bartels. Grayling Stephen Bauer. Lucas Allen Baumgart. Brianna Keiko Bean. Harrison Benson Beer. Ames Alexander Bennett. Amanda Sarah Benowitz. Miles Holmes Burson. Catherine Ann Wiggs Verona. David Matthew Bisson. Jonathan Jorge Bisson. Ismarie Blanco. Minka Rose Bleakley. Amanda Carolina Blum Franke. Sharisa Ballers. Louis Iskander Bonur. Jack Miller Bott in absentia. Zora Chandler Radovan Bowman. Lazia Bozich. Dylan T. A. Brandt. Kyla Brown. Maximilian Anthony Brown. Rixley Caroline Browning. Maxwell Patchen Buckland, in absentia. Rebecca Claire Van Scotten. Christopher John Buenano. Samantha Gabriella Burke. Dimitri Alexander Kakouris. Lauren Denise Kane. Tara Laudi Kani. Julia Cantuaria, in absentia. Dai Tai Wan Zhou. Nicholas Joseph Carbon. Celeste Laura Cass. Dylan Martin Cassidy. Luna Cree Catini, in absentia. Sophia Victoria Celadon. Pauline Hope Shalamet. Caitlin Jun Young Chang. Jesse Louis Chano. Inez Chapella. Lily Ann Chemla. Wei Yi Chin. Yen Xu. Rosette Marie Cirillo. Anne Caitlin Cockrell. Zena Charlie Coles. Alexander Slater Collier, in absentia. Benjamin Jackson Conley. William James Cords. Joshua Parkin Corner. Joseph Alva Katsirillos. Julia Jo Craggiotlo, in absentia. Lydia Wister Craighill. Atticus Thomas Cullinan. Hea Adele Dandis. Aaliyah Genevieve Daniels. Lexington Davis. Logan Coy Davis. Sophia Marians Davis. Joran Stan Davidovich. Linda Hara Dayan. Julia Lynn DeFabo. Nora Rose DeLeiter. Claire Half Demaray. Justin Patrick Dempsey. Samuel Nathan Dennetts. David William Dewey. Alex Marie Diaconis. Maeve Christina Dillon. Francesca Marie DiRienzo. Cassia Cal Munoz de Roberto. Danielle Reedy Dobkin. John McLaughlin Delp II. Emily Cedriana Donato. Juanbo Dong. Robert Owen Duff. Lucas Cullen Duffy Tomash. Leila Margaret Duman. Evan Dunn. Kenneth Lloyd Dunn. George H. DuPont. Alexandra Oscanyon Eaton. Nikolai J. Eddy. Catherine Bridget Eileen Edery. Adley Ephraim. Eden Aviv Ekmalik. Michael Joseph Ernst. Alexandra Christine Fabrizio. Antonin Feit. Jesse Evan Featherstone. Rosemary Ferreira. Esther Fitchor. Benjamin D. Fearing. In absentia. Peter Joseph Files. Noah Benjamin Fertel. Alyssa Irene Fitterman, in absentia. Willow Florence Fitzgerald. Victoria Marie Fleischer. Lydia M. Florentino. Joshua S. Foreman. Mai Arel Fulzer. Chelsea Rose Frankel. Triona Nicole Frazier. Jacob Arthur Friedman. Kalina Michiko Fuji. Devin Teresa Gallagher. Amanda Gan. Yuzhong Gao, in absentia. Catherine G. Gose. Richard Max Gavrich. Nathan Ezra Gelman. Daphne Genschler. Claire Elaine Gennari. Lee Gensler. Kylia Germano. Justin Tyler Jarrow, in absentia. Noah Faye Garzidine. Jeffrey Martin Gearing. Mary Elizabeth Gilbert. Jennifer Lynn Gillen. Nino Gojashvili. Cleo Helen Utah Gold. Samuel McCall Goldie. Jeremy Nathan Goldshire. Charlotte N. Garant. Eric Benjamin Gordon. John Reginald Austin Graham. Shannon Marie Gray. Hallie Paston Greenberg. Benjamin Greenwald. Jason J. Gregg. Zoe Jill Grooms-Klotz. Muhan Guklu, in absentia. Sebastian Urvaz Gutierrez. James Channon Haber. Julie Marie Hackett. Richard Burtney Hageman. Maximilian W. Hamill. Lucas Carroll Hamilton. Miley Rachel Hamilton. Rayanne Hampel. Virginia Elizabeth Hanusik. Lutster Harashti. Evan Michael Harden. George Bennett Hurrah. Emily Faith Harris. Lauren Gabrielle Hawks. Let me try that one again. Lauren Gabrielle Harris. Charlie Hampton Hawks. Holly Hayden. Phoebe Stewart Herland. Camilla Hernandez. Joshua Clinton Hodge. Beth Kimberly Hoffman Patalona. Logan Thomas Hollersmith. Zarin Holly. Benjamin Walter Hopkins. Nushruth Hawk. Emma P. Horowitz. Inan Hu. Madeline Jane Huggins. Erica Ann Imbashiani. Percival Jack Inkman. Robert Louis Isaf. Molly Elizabeth Jacobs Meyer. Terrell L. James. Melissa Elizabeth Jarrett. Ava Hart Jewett. Claire Zhang. Laura Ann Johnston. Ethan Mindlin Jones. Miles Roger Renee Jurish Parafit. Shayna Taylor Joseph. Catherine M. Jump. Nina Jermaine Camp. Benjamin Lushora Kane. Audrey Cantor. Abby Melissa Kaplan. Henry Andreas Kasicki. Matthew Stephen Keene in absentia. Justin Talbot Kegley. Charles McLaughlin Kelly. Catherine M. Kemet. Hans Rosso Kern. Russell Evan Kerr. Jared Andrew Kushner. Hannah Khalife. Zachary N. Khalil. Allison Marie Kidd. Soon Bin Kim. Adrian V. Kirk. Anna Lauren Zala Klein. Elliot Brian Eugenio Court. Jason H. Krinsky. Yael Elisa Benizri Krinsky. Aubrey Lajike. Jessica Lane Lambert. J. Princeville Lawrence. Matthew Jerome Lazarus. Hanny Phoebe Leclerc. Francis Shui Lee. Amanda Catherine Daisy Lees. Tatiana Ruth Leibman. Sean Byram Leo. Julia Catherine Less. Christian Mark Letourneau. Brandon Franklin Lev. Harrison Clinton Little. Rebecca Lindsay Lidnick. Allison Maya Littrell. Shujian Liu. In absentia. Yi Liu. Yunhu Liu. In absentia. Chris Liu. Lucas Marsoba Lobe. Donald Raymond Long. Loretta Isabel Lopez, in absentia. Sarah Diane Lukes, in absentia. Leela Lowe Baynart. Lei Lu. Adrienne Claire Ludus Dumont. Yuishi Ma. Marna Marie McGregor. Charlotte Mack Barrett. Keith Dragon Mackey. Ian Helgi Magnuson. Carrie Guidry Mann. Nina Morano. Abigail Elaine Marcus. Tomasz Markovich. Caitlin Claire Maroney. Andre Corbett Martin Jr. Ariel Marie Martinez. Susanna Phillips Matthews. Kyla Bay Mathis Angras. Dylan Eugene Mattingly. Molly Edith McDowell. Samuel David McGaffin. Maxwell J. McKee. Madeline Mary McQuail. Lucy Klein Malis. David Parker Menzimer. Lara Greta Merling. Jessica Gray Merlis. Camille Tom Mashura. Julia Elizabeth Meyer. Lydia Meredith Meyer. Gleb Olegovich Mikhailev. Dana Francisco Miranda. Szilard Molnar. Rory Pollock Monshine. Lillian Gillette Moore. Scott Ellison Moore. Emily Rebecca Moran. Alexia Nicole Motel. Iga Morozek. Maximilian Clark Mueller. Amanda Jean Munch. Nadine Bernadette Muniz. Gavin Toby Myers. Dalia Najar. Rajashri Narasimhan. Vitor Tiago Neto Cavallo. Elise Murphy Newbauer. Erica Ruth Lashoff Newton. Juyun Ni. Matthew Winston Norman. Molly Ann North. Juliet A. Nunez. Oluwami Olabusari. Lucas Lyndon Opgenorth. Moraima Ortiz. Yannette Ortiz. Samuel Griffiths Osborne. Maya Marika Osborne. Alexandra Michelle Overing. Rufus Alexander Paisley. Catherine Spencer Palmieri. Tomasz Julius Panitz. Rose Arlene Pankey. Sarah Elizabeth Parr. Emily Marie Pasquale. Katrina Michelle Pastor. Julia Lizanne Pelez. Ian Donahue Peltz. Ezekiel River Perkins. Danielle Scott Perlman. Andrew James Petersell. Lynn T. Du Pham. Dan Pitts. Nell Claire Plotkin. Sophia Poland. In absentia. Madeline Canal Porcella. Lamar Fritz Powell. Benjamin Oliver Powers. Samuel Asa Pratt. Violet Elizabeth Primoff. Samuel Jacob Prince. Elizabeth Ann Pyle. Henry Louis Rabinowitz. Elsa May Raker. Jared Joseph Rankin. Eliza Rachel Ray. Paige Ann Redding. Jacqueline Christine Reddington. Nolan Reese. Eric William Reed in absentia. Rochelle Antoinette Reed. Catherine Irene Riley. Stephen Joseph Riemann. Garrett Yellen Rusha. Siobhan Tashala Richards. William Jacob Reed Ricker. Gabriella Catherine Rickards. Adam Bunger Rife. Konstantinos Rizos. Cooper Mackenzie Roberts. Carmen Beatriz Rodriguez. Nicole Christina Rosato. Harry David Rose. Ethan Michael Rosen. Vera Eve Rosen Bernstein. Chad Joseph Rosenblum. Garrett Michael Rosenblum. Hannah Eleanor Rosenblum. Alyssa Hollander Rubin. Gabe Rose Rubin. Sean Daniel Rutsevich. Victoria Teresa Rulli. Eileen Hale Sachi. Anna Sofia Salinas Ivanenko. Joseph Michael Salvo. Rebecca Jane Samuels. Iden Avery Sepsi. Kimberly Clarice Sargent. Stephanie J. Beth Sarmiento Silva. David Andrew Sata. Stephanie Van Leeuwen Saywell. Devin Anthony Scarlett II. Kay Bielak Schaefer. Elizabeth Ann Shearer. Marie Schlief in absentia. Emma Christine Schmidika. Adeline Louise Hovarth Schneider. Katie Dorothy Schneider. Madeline Morgan Shaw. Cara Jo Schultz. Jennifer Raleigh Schwartz. Jordan M. Siegel. Theo Dashel Sokol Seaman. Kanat Yerbalatuli Shako. Finnegan Nolan Stetson Shanahan. Victoria Batten Shore. Christopher Jujo Shea. Julie Rebecca Shevelov. Min Kyung Shin. Eva Shrestha. Allison Parcell Shire. Alexander Gaetano Sicarella. James Park Seward. Rebecca Silwert. Let me say that again, Rebecca Silbert. Going to ask the president to take the podium for a moment, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, as some of you know, we have a baccalaureate bachelor's degree program in the prisons of the state of New York, and it's exactly the same program that our undergraduates here in Annandale have. And every once in a while, the candidate for the degree is released from prison before the graduation takes place in the prison. And the prison system does not allow those who've been released to return. So we invite them to join the commencement ceremonies here. The next candidate... So the next candidate earned his baccalaureate degree while serving his time in prison, and he's here now to accept his degree among you all of the class of 2014.
Alfonso Leroy Howard Simmons. Stephen Simpson in absentia. Adam Jacob Skinner. Francis Sloat. Megan Elizabeth Smiley. Brendan Walter Smith. Ella St. Clair Snow. Leah Serenian. Tanya Lee Sorensen. Melody Stancato. Hugo Peter Stanley. Fiona Kelly Stacy. Houston Armstrong Stebbins II. James Thorleif Strand. Amy Jo Strobridge. Nicholas George Sugihara. Michael Scott Sullivan. Christopher John Solsel, in absentia. Johan Sun, in absentia. Rebecca Kristen Swanberg. Alexander Jonathan Swede. Sabrina Carlotta Tabby. Nadine Nada Tedros. Samuel Aaron Taffel. Samuel John Tankard. Zachary Ethan Taub. Langdon Gabriel Thaxter, in absentia. Claire Mercedes Thompson. William Morrison Tillman. Jeremiah William Tillman. Aviva Sky Tilson, in absentia. Stephen Tron Crack. Victoria Nicole Tricoch. Emma Charlotte Truisi. Eleni Chachtani. Cassidy Jane Madison Turner. Ava Lavery Ulmer. Oscar Valdez Vieira. Nastia Denise Valentine. Paula Querido Van Erven. Melissa Therese Van Fetteren. Gary Varanashi, in absentia. Margaret Glenn Vigner. Adrian Nicole Vitullo. Alexander Gerald Witztum von Eichstätt. Elizabeth McDonald von Klempera. Rebecca Marlena Wagner. Julia Danielle Wallace. Sarah Sophia Wallach. Sarah Anna Walzer. Shashi Wong, in absentia. Eden Prairie Ward. Rosemary Esther Warren. Elena Rose Watson. Sarah Vivian Watson, in absentia. Penelope Rose Weber. Alana Jessica Weil. Emma Cecilia Weinman. Paul Sampson Weintraub. Alice Glenn Weston. Jonathan Alexander White. Benjamin Linton Whitley. Amanda Tess Whitney. Jake Bernard Williams. Jasper Z. Williams. Josephine Louise Williams. Micaiah Mary Williams. William Henry Williams X. Emily J. Wisman. Jedemiah Paul Preston Wolf. Jean Wong. Dean Sage Woodhouse Weil. Amalia Joanna Wyrick Flax. Tal Emil Kwakfon Yaron. Ivia Sky Yavalo. And our last graduate, Mikhail Yusufov.
The Latin citation. With all the candidates for the bachelor's degree, please rise. Actoritatem hi commissa, vos ad gradum baccalaureum in artibus e musicae scientia admito, omniaque jura privilegiatum gradus pertinente vobis concedo, in testimonium hoc diploma vobis solemniter trado. Congratulations to you all.
Your commencement has been in the making 4 years or so. It has been part enjoyment, part rigor, mostly discovery. As you leave, help others as best you can. Please keep us in your thoughts. Stay close to you are, even as you innovate, and may God be with you. Amen.